Good guys, today we're going to do another Java methods example of average difficulty. So let's go straight to the question we have here. So assume a circle has a circumference of 10 units. Create a Java program that calculates the radius of the area, radius and area of the circle using the given circumference, and output the radius and area. Assume pi is 3.14. So it's very simple. We need to create a program that both calculates radius and area and then outputs the radius and area. So we have to use a little bit, of math knowledge, which use the circumference equations and area equation of a circle. So requirements: create a method called calcRadius of type double that takes the given circumference and calculates the radius and then returns it. Next requirements: create a method called calcArea of type void to calculate and output the area of the circle. So when we have these type of questions, what I prefer to do is highlight key points and key statements. So under requirements, I'll highlight create method calcRadius because it's telling me I need a method and the name of that method is called calcRadius. I'll then highlight type double, takes circumference and then calcs area and returns it. Why is because the type double means that it's going to be type double method, which also implies that you might need to return a value. Then when it says takes the given circumference, that means that it's going to have a parameter. This method is going to have a parameter of a circumference, and then calculates radius means that's what the method has to do, which is calculate the radius and then return it. Then for the second point, calculate a method called calcArea. I'll highlight method calcArea. I'll highlight type void. I'll highlight calculate and output area. So that immediately tells the name of the method, the type of the method, the function of the method, and what it needs to do, which is output the area. Yeah. All right. So now with that information done, let's go into Visual Studio and start coding. Okay guys, let's get straight into the coding aspect. So first things first, let's create our main class. So in order to do that, first we need to say public class, and our main class where everything will occur will have to have the same name as the name of the file. So it will be public class simple class x. So this is that there. Boom. Class x. So again, the name of the class needs to be the same as the name of the file. Right. So now inside a class, we need to create our main. So we just type in main and everything gets created. For me, I believe it worked quick because they have some extensions. So you can just dabble in some of these extensions found in Java. It's found over here on the extension tab, so you can just go around and just check what extensions you want to download for Java. So now let's go and create our method for calculating the radius. So public double, because we stated that the value should the method should be of type double. So double calc radius of brackets, and we said inside the we said that it should take the circumference. So it should take the circumference, so we just say so. Yeah. So in the question we stated that the method calculate radius should have an input of the circumference. Right. Now inside, in order to calculate the radius, we need to use the circumference formula. So usually a circumference of a circle is circumference equal to 2 pi r. So in this case, if we're working backwards, it'll be circumference divided by open brackets 2 times 3.14. Now since we have type double, we need to return a value. So in this case, we need to return r, and that's how we create our calculate radius method. Next we need to do is create the calculate area method. So calculate area method is going to be a type void, and it's going to have an input of the radius. So we're going to say double rad. So this method takes the input, takes the radius as an input. Then, so now we're going to use the area for circle equation. So the area for circle equation is pi r squared. So we're going to say double area equals to pi. So in this case, pi is 3.14 times rad times rad. So there is some math functions you can use for square, but I sometimes just prefer to just say rad times rad, as it basically does the same task in this case. So now we also want to output the area, so we say system.out.print line is 0 all the way down, and inside there we just say in quotation marks area equals to plus area. So got that. So now, as you can see, we completed our two methods. Now we need to output them inside the main. In order to do that, first we need to do is call up our class. So call up our class by saying simple x s equals to new simple class x. Hold on, and then we just say double. Before we carry on, we also need to initialize our circumference. So double circumference equals to 10, and then just say s dot calculate radius circumference semicolon. What we're going to do here is we're going to store this value inside a variable, so we can call it up inside, so we can put it inside calc area. So we're going to store it inside a value called double radius equals that. Then we're going to say s dot calculate area and radius. Also, just output it so we can see what the radius value is. So you can say system.out.print line radius. All right, so let's just go over the code again. So this method is to calculate the radius. This method is to calculate the area. As you can see, one is a type double because we're going to use the radius that we calculated in order to input it inside another method. And this method is type void, since we're not going to need the other method in any other function, in any other method. So we're just going to use a simple void. Now inside the main, what we did is we call up the class. We then initialize our circumference, then called up our calculate radius, assign it to a value, and then printed that value, and then inputted that value into the calculate area method. So now if we run this, let's see what we get. Boom. As you can see, our radius here is 1.59, and all that other beautiful beautiful maths. And then for area, just area is equal to 7.961. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed today's lesson, and have a great day. Take care, and all the best.